This game has absolutely consumed me, and I have loved every single minute of it. Helldivers 2 is a huge breath of fresh air within the brain-rotting, input-spamming, microtransaction, battle pass hell that modern gaming has slipped into. Having one of the best live service models we've seen, ever, and having a dev team with actual passion behind their projects, Helldivers 2 has become one of my favorite games of all time. Don't get me wrong, I know everyone and their dog's left nut has been talking about this game is game of the century, oh my god, this game, best game of all time. And you've probably seen basically every positive Helldivers 2 has to offer, and personally, I love seeing a game that already has somewhat positive community gain traction over the major COD installment, or whatever remake and remaster that some company has spat out recently. But rather than talk about how shit these other games are, I'm going to metaphorically meat ride this mechanical masterpiece. As a person who basically grew up with live service games like Chapters 1 and 2 of Fortnite, the early seasons of Apex Legends, as well as Overwatch basically on release, oh my god, I'm so old! It is really sad seeing companies I've supported for a large portion of my life slip into greed and mediocrity. So, with this video, I'm gonna yap for as long as I can about how wonderful this game is, and how I will happily throw as much money as I can at it, even though I've already paid full price. Firstly, one of the main critiques I see a bunch of people bring up regarding Helldivers is the shaky servers the game was using upon launch. The problem originally was due to people overloading the servers, as the devs had accounted on player counts similar to the first game, with a peak of around 10,000 players on launch, but it increased to around 50,000. The problem was, it was too fucking popular. People flooded the servers, me included, trying to get online, causing the devs to address the issues by increasing the capacity a few days later. Now, just imagine that the only main flaw of your game at launch was that it was too successful. The devs also took it a step further by having in-game messages about one of the enemy factions, the automatons, that were interfering with Helldiver deployments. This genuinely made me so happy, seeing that the devs tried to take the hate on the chin and just accept the fact that, yeah, we didn't expect our game to be this popular, and then add an in-universe reason behind the issues. That is so fucking cool! Speaking of the devs, another thing I love about Arrowhead games is that the devs are just gamers who understand the community and what they want from video games like this. One of the main facts of Helldivers that I fucking adore is the fact that friendly fire is just always on. And trust me, if you've played for as long as I have, you know that that shit is fucking hilarious. The devs were already getting some flack about friendly fire being enabled, mostly from IGN, because all the people who review their games are fucking dog shit at playing games, and the devs were literally just like, no, it's funny. And holy fuck, that is such a hilarious response. Just imagine this big professional company talking to one of the biggest game reviewers on the planet and just being like, hey, we think you should remove this feature, we think it's kind of stupid, and then Arrowhead just going, why? It's hilarious. Now, compare this to a game I genuinely have no respect for anymore, Overwatch 2. I could yap for hours about how much I despise Blizzard for its inability to not assault women in the workplace, and also pump out shit games, but this shit hit deep, bro. When Overwatch 2 was first announced, I was hopeful. I was a diehard fan, I had fucking Funko Pops, comics, keychains, whatever. I loved Overwatch, and I was so excited for the game to come out. But guess what? The game had server issues on launch as well. The only difference is that people legit couldn't get in. In Helldivers, some players had issues logging in for the most part. You could somewhat reliably stay in the game for as long as you wanted. Compared to Overwatch, having an infinite budget thanks to Blizzard, couldn't have a reliable server for the game launch they knew would have old and returning fans returning to the franchise. Now eventually, the servers did get fixed, but the only response was, we're very sorry. We're trying to fix the servers, please be patient. But what the fuck did you expect, Blizzard? Legit Game of the Year winner in 2016 was getting a sequel from one of the largest game studios in the fucking world, and you didn't prepare for this? Just what the fuck were you thinking? This could have been peak Overwatch again, I swear to God. All you have to do is buff Ryan and I'm gonna be fucking, I'm gonna bomb headquarters. Anyway, another notable reason why people love Helldivers 2 regarding their live service model is battle passes within other games have become much harder to earn for free. In Fortnite, you can still earn V-Bucks to purchase cosmetic items from the free track in the battle pass, but with seasons becoming much longer, forces people to spend money or save for long periods of time, which is something basically impossible due to them shitting out collabs every other week. This somewhat forces the players, sadly me included, to spend money on battle pass, although they were free to earn. The fact that the game somewhat limits your earnings per season, kind of like the fucking government sending you stimulus checks, it just forces players to spend so much more fucking time thinking about what the hell they want to buy instead of just, I can save for this and buy it right away. Helldivers, however, lets you earn premium currency by finding it in the fucking game. Not to mention that is also in the free and premium battle passes, allowing you to collect more currency to buy both cosmetics and new battle pass, which never fucking expire. They don't go away. They're there forever. Holy fuck. How is this not the norm? I don't want to treat the new Fortnite or Apex season like a goddamn 9 to 5 just to unlock the funny demon guy from Fortnite, okay? Not to mention, games like Overwatch 2 and Halo Infinite legit just don't award the player with premium currency from the battle passes. Like, sure, you get cosmetics, but you'll gain so much more money if you just allow players to cycle their fucking battle passes. Then later, they'll feel more rewarded and just use real money on cosmetics. The game creates short and sweet battle passes consisting of around 3 weapons, 3 armor sets, and various cosmetics while being free to earn completely. And the good thing is about these battle passes is that they're very often themed, and when they are themed, the themes work so fucking well together. Like, oh my god, Democratic Demolition was literally one of their main fucking suits was a guy in black and red, which is sick because that's kind of what you associate explosions with, the big black smoke and the red explosion. On top of one of the fucking armor sets literally being based off like a bomb suit, and it's so fucking cool. And the weapons also all exploded. Grenade pistol, explosive fucking sniper rifle, explosive crossbow. Like, oh my god. I guess other games kind of do the same thing fairly well. Like Fortnite in like chapter 1 was great with their themed battle passes, like superheroes, desert people, fucking Wild West bullshit. And then they did like the Greek mythology thing a few months ago. But like other games like Apex and COD literally just make battle passes purely for the money. Like, when was the last time pre like season 10 of Apex you looked at a battle pass and went, yeah, this shit's fucking gas? Like, there's no passion, there's no aggression, there's no fucking mindset, bro. It's just, hey, here's some cosmetics, give us money, give me money. And it pisses me off because these used to be cool and now they're just absolute mediocre garbage. Okay. Okay, I'm kind of peeking the mic a little bit, but honestly, I'd rather prefer. What the fuck is happening? Can I speak English? I'm gonna hop in the time machine a little bit and head back to March 2006, the release of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. With this game, upon release, there was purchasable DLC for a set of horse armor, allowing your companion to be all gold and shiny, and it would cost $2.50 plus taxes, of course. And get this, people lost their fucking mind. Like, oh my god, this is so greedy. I don't care about a skin for a single player game. Oh my god, too expensive. Like, okay. It was one of the first paid cosmetic DLCs of the time, and maybe $2.50 was expensive back then, but it set a trend of microtransactions. Remember, microtransactions were skins in various games that come post-release of Oblivion, and they had similar prices to this, whereas skins in older COD games and fucking games like Titanfall 2, they range from like $1 to $10. However, when you have games charging people $15 to $30 for one skin or character that people are only mildly upset about, what the actual fuck, especially COD, oh my god, $90 full price game that has Battle Pass, Seasonal Battle Pass, every single week they have an updated item shop and everything is like $300. They made a fucking fist from Godzilla x King Kong, The New Kingdom. It was a melee skin and it was like more than going to see the fucking movie. Like, what the hell? Same with Apex Legends. They were charging people $200 for a death box and melee skin from like Final Fantasy and shit. Like, okay, the game is free, but that's for a skin and people are still buying it. Why are people not complaining? Like, they just go, oh man, this kind of sucks, I'm gonna do it anyway. Again, Helldivers 2 keeps the micro and microtransactions so fucking well, with skins ranging from literally like $1 to $4. And if you don't get a chance to actually buy the skin you want, you can just wait for it to come back in like a week or so, because the item shop has a preset rotation compared to like Fortnite, which is just like 10,000 pages of just stuff and you don't even know when it's going to come back or not. When this is literally, you can just go online, check, hey, when is this skin coming back? And then it'll say like probably at this time, and then it stays in there, and then it'll come back same time. Like, holy fuck. This is why people praise Helldivers. It's because they understand what microtransactions are meant to be. Micro. When they have people paying upwards of $30 per skin after paying $80 to $90 for their game is a horrible model that people are slowly starting to break away from. Especially with like AAA slop titles like Modern Warfare 3 Remake and Mortal Kombat 1. The devs have also decided the game to be half price, $50. Which not only makes more accessible for people who don't have to drop $90 on a game that they'll think they'll play for a while, but they keep premium currency earnable. to keep the low-cost microtransactions justifiable. Like, I already bought Helldivers 2 twice, actually. Once on my PC, once on my PS5, and I've dropped like maybe $20 on super credits since like February total. And the devs, I don't care. I don't care. It was cheap. It was a course of like 4 months. I don't fucking care. The devs understand what people want from microtransactions, and I will fully support it. If this service does not prove to benefit Arrowhead more than it already has, maybe, although unlikely, another game studio may implement similar transaction prices. I doubt that this would ever happen, as prices for both games and microtransactions have increased drastically. Also, another bullshit practice that has taken over AAA slop world of gaming is the difference between standard and premium and ultimate or whatever the fuck upgrade the devs offer nowadays that literally doubles the retail price of their game. To be fair, Helldivers 2 is guilty of this, having a $30 digital upgrade for the game that includes like cosmetic items, exclusive weapon, blah blah blah. I can genuinely excuse Helldivers for this because the main reason I want the upgrade isn't because it's like the cool weapon or the cool title, it's because of fucking Stratagem Hero, bro. Addictive ass mobile game ass fucking game console in your ship, and it's just fun. But like every other game that has the premium upgrade, it's literally like expandable day one DLC that they could have just included anyway. Early access that makes no fucking sense because you could have just released the game on that day anyway and just induced FOMO for more money. And then they just make it like double the price because it's like, ooh, a skin! It's so fucking stupid! Another reason I can also excuse the fucking premium upgrade in Helldivers is because it started at $50. So even with the premium edition, it is evenly matched with everyone else in the competition. Not to mention, you could literally access the game at the same time as everyone else, which for some reason is becoming less of a common factor, with games charging their players double the price for Premium Edition with like 3 days of early access. This happened recently too, for no goddamn reason, with games like fucking Slopfield and Mortal Kombat 1, and even Star Wars Outlaws, bro! Star Wars Outlaws is so guilty of this! They're charging people $150 fucking dollars for a few days of early access. Like, sure, you get a few other benefits, but like, if the game is ready to go on this day, you pretty much just make your players pay an extra $60 to $70 to get the game before everyone else. Like, holy fuck! Why do these companies have the scummiest business practices ever? And again, people are still going to buy it! What in this blue ball of rock gives people the inability to wait 3 fucking days for a game that they were already going to buy? I'd argue that Mortal Kombat 1 is even worse than this, charging players more money to get the game early, while having day one microtransactions, battle passes, and seasonal events in a full price game. Holy fuck! This one hurt me too, because I grew up playing like Mortal Kombat 9 and X on my Xbox One and 360, and it's just to see this is fucking sad. Like, Helldivers 2 has become the most consumer-friendly model, having an optional non-FOMO-inducing premium edition and being at a lower price while still being a better game than literally all of these fucking $90 titles is such a relieving sight. Another gameplay element that Helldivers 2 executes fucking perfectly is the involvement with its community. The main goal of Helldivers is literally liberate planets occupied by either the bots or the bugs in the name of democracy. Super Earth, General Brash, fuck these democratic sons of bitches. Okay, anyway. And is directly tied to the efforts of the players, with successful and failed missions affecting liberation percentages, and this is awesome. The fact that the community's failing mission can directly change the timeline of the war effort is one of the best executions of player involvement I've seen in a fucking gaming community, like, to my knowledge. I will say I haven't seen a lot of games like this, like maybe they exist and I haven't played them, but this is the best way to get the community involved in your game. Like, this mechanic kind of reminds me of like the butterfly event a while ago in fucking Fortnite, where people got to vote you got to like to vote which item you wanted unvaulted, and people chose the fucking drum gun, by the way, which is stupid because it should have been the bouncer. The bouncer is so much cooler. But people love the idea of the community changing the current state of the game. This is exactly what Helldivers 2 does, with major events and challenges changing the community progression timeline. For instance, a while ago, there was literally an event that the bots were taking over a planet solely responsible for the creation of the mech suit that dropped like last month or so. Super Earth High Command told its soldiers that the planet must be liberated in 2 days or else the mechs would be released at a later date. We liberated that shit in 12 hours. This is how you get your community involved, bro, is you make them feel like their gameplay makes a difference. And I know this can be hard for other games to achieve, but Helldivers 2 only has the advantage because it is what the game is centered around. If these companies can learn from this, it would help restore the relationship between the devs and players that has been really fucking rocky in the gaming community recently, dude. Holy fuck. I will say this though, Helldivers 2 does have a slight FOMO problem, but the thing is, it's not FOMO in the way that other games do it, where it's like cosmetics you can't buy right away. It's like, oh, I didn't play the game back then, I couldn't buy this thing and get this skin. Helldivers 2 is basically, damn, I wasn't playing the game then because I didn't fucking have it, so I didn't get to experience this really cool mission, like the black hole that was created over Meridia, or you know, the complete wipeout of the bots a few months ago before their big retake of the top territories. That's the only thing that Helldivers kind of suffers from, is they don't really have a set way of giving people who missed out on the opportunity to play specific missions an opportunity to try them again. Like some mission types are kind of similar and they'll implement the same kind of elements, but at the end of the day, some missions like the dark matter drill to create the full black hole, or the termicide defense towers, like if you weren't playing the game back then, sorry, you didn't really get to experience the mission. But again, it's kind of an excusable thing, because it's not like, oh, if I want my fucking account to have this skin, I have to play now or I won't ever get it. It's like, damn, if I want to play this mission that seems really cool, I can literally just play it because I have the game. It's not like, damn, I have to get on this game that I already bought or I got for free or whatever, and then spend money to then not feel left out. It's like, okay guys, you want to fucking turn this planet into a black hole real quick? Yeah, I'll be on at 5. Like, it's so fucking, it's so easy and it's so cool and it's so much better than like literally every other game, because everyone hates the fucking devs because the devs can't make games. Anyway, I know this is kind of just like a rant session, but overall, I want to end the video by saying this. You're allowed to play whatever fucking game you want. I understand that a large portion of the casual gaming community that makes up a good population of like the Call of Duty side and like the over-competitive Fortnite side is most people that have like come home from work or school or something like that, and they just need something that they think is fun and they need to unwind with. You are allowed to play whatever game you fucking want from any franchise you want, as long as you enjoy it. I purely made this video to try and explain why people are shilling and meat riding Helldivers so much. It's the fact that games are coming out, getting insanely negative reception, and then still making money. So at the end of the day, the developers would literally not change their ways because they see that it is still working. There are still games that have come out fairly recently that were pretty fun from large developers, like The Finals, even though it kind of fell off, and Tekken 8, which still has a very large dedicated community. But I wanted just to share how much modern gaming has fallen into just this massive pit of greed, and Helldivers is just a really, really nice reminder of what gaming once was. I understand that not every single game, they don't need to be Game of the Year contender every single time, but it would be nice if developers and corporations could just stay away from these greedy tactics and still play whatever game you want. I'm just a guy telling you what I think is one of the best games ever made. Play what you want, just enjoy the time you spend playing it. And yeah, that's about it for me. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed.